Hi, hello, welcome to the Oracle Consularship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess of Lucy. I'll be your Oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for a channeled reading. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. You belong to Welcome Home. Vertex of Abundance is the galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything that is said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Today we will be imposing the guidance from This Might Hurt Tarot by Isabella Rotman. She's over at Liminal 11 Publishing. We're going to lace on a couple few cards. It'll be the core essential component energy. It'll be the main primary energy. More cards will come out. Those will clarify and modify, of course. And secondly, we'll be using the minor arcana of the Cosmic Coven Tarot by Lisa Lazenby at Ripe Avocado to deliberate the findings. That deck we use to clarify pairings, multiples of this or that. And then we'll also be using the Daily Oracle by Veda Sibilla to clarify any type of correlative or corresponding energy. That's by Los Scarabeo. Let's begin. What am I getting thus far? I know we're taking action in some way because we're glowing up. Now, not every glow up is external. Sometimes it's that we're living out of our self-worth and value, but I do feel like we're withdrawing or detaching or something of that nature to move on, move forward. I think we're also being initiated into our own type of sovereignty. I can see us taking action in some kind of way. We might have received grace. We might have been clear to do something. We do have a creative new beginning. So I just want to say a quick prayer for all those still lost out there to illusion, delusion, confusion, lostness is the time traps we're in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the abundant grace of the divine, unconditional love and universal oneness. We love you. We're sorry. Please forgive us. Thank you. We ask that your steps be ordered, your path be illuminated, and that you find salvation and redemption in this life. May we be happy, may we be whole, may we be well and at peace. May we receive everything we ever wanted, starting with what we deserve. There's some type of illumination or maybe revelation coming. I can see that. It has to deal with something that we've been working on. The shifts are coming in, but with these shifts coming in, let me tell you something. It's going to bring a lot of details that weren't there before. Perhaps truth, perhaps an answered prayer, perhaps witnessing testimony. Okay, it will bring growth, expansion, vitality, renewal. There might even be some Aries energy or something that was going on, going down back in Aries. I don't know what that is, what that means, what that looks like, but I do see that we're also aligning with our philosophy, our belief, however we interface with the divine. Not everybody calls it God, but even people that don't claim a religion, they have some type of belief. Empirical or spiritual or otherwise, that's just what it is. That our life has some energy behind it, fueling, okay? And what that is, what that looks like, we're gonna figure that out, maybe today, maybe soon. But there's also some kind of spiritual strength. We got a lot more to do, so we still have some kind of try to make. And we're all also receiving guidance or messages or intuitive feelings or something of that nature. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Magician, and the Eight of Pentacles. Again, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Magician, Eight of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Magician, Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Two of Pentacles is intercession. Now, it typically is attending to something. This is the season of time that I talk about a lot in the traditional tarot. There's ships there on the end, but if you understand like the perspective of this photo, like how the spatial relation works, it's the seeds of time. There is a past, present, and future, a here and there, a right now and back then. There's a recent past, a distant past, a near future, a distant future. There's a higher self, a lower self. All of that is embodied in this energy. Spiritually, this is Mitraji Dasaholu. So there is this need to attend or resolve or make sure that the right thing is happening. But sometimes the right thing that happens requires consistent tweaks or navigating, negotiating, or some type of moderation, administration. Because also over the next 2 months, we're going to be gaining some type of adepthood. There is something about a critical skill, a technical skill here, even discernment. So we do have intellect, reasoning, communication. We're learning how to work in that. We're on the grind, we're on that hustle, we're on that flow. By the way, if you haven't met, this is Priestess Chandi. And then we have the magician here, Bagetto. This is intellect, will, reasoning, communication. It's also our talents, our craft, our abilities, our skills, as I said. So these two cards together are saying that over the next 2 months, just because of the way that these come out, the magician falls after this Two of Pentacles, we're going to be finding some kind of mastery or acumen. The queens are acumen. They mean adept. We're going to be finding some type of acumen in some type of skill, craft. Now, we are actually working on it right now. Queen of Wands, the devil. Queen of Cups, Two of Wands. So this started already. There's some work to do. We got to put in some minutes, put in that time, energy, effort, attention. I feel that's what I'm getting. Now, these three queens with the devil here, there is some type of competition, or there's a front of a war or some type of battle or struggle. Now, the Queen of Cups with the devil could give us some type of Aries rising energy. Two of Pentacles with the devil. That makes it a little bit less toxic, but we have a bunch of queens and no empress. So that Two of Pentacles, even with, could we either have a Cancer rising or an Aries rising here? Page of Pentacles, Two of Swords, yeah. So we are finding some discernment, Six of Wands, Seven of Wands, but we need to stand our ground some way. There is something here that's Uga Buga. Could we need to like stake our claim, or I don't know how that language works, but we need to find a position and stand there. Like guard our position, guard our standpoint, guard, hold our ground in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. There could be Venus in the 10th house, Venus in the 7th house, Venus in Capricorn. That's somebody that's working to gain an advantage. They need to collect to some kind of resources or at least some kind of stronghold. Three of Swords, yeah. There's some type of prickly expansion here. Something might be delayed, suspended. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Devil, that could be some type of Capricorn rising. It could also be Mars in the 10th house and Mars in Capricorn. You have the Three of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups with the Five of Swords. So the Three of Swords is suspension, Five of Swords is revocation. We're coming from this needing to intercede, Two of Pentacles, to a straight up intervention, Five of Swords. And it's because we're going towards some kind of discernment. Six of Swords, Sun, Emperor, Strength card, Empress, Death. So here's the deal. With the Emperor and the Empress, we could have some kind of pair. Because we have the Death card crowning the reading. So there's been some type of transition. It could be an inevitable ending. The Death card with the Strength card means indestructible. The Death card with the Empress means a change in our endowment or our beauty, or the change in a feminine role. It can even be the matriarch. With this Strength card here, the Empress and the Sun card, we're actually pregnant, whether it's literal or physical. So the feminine womb is gestation, conception. We also have the masculine here, which is inception and implementation. So we're nurturing and creating something before we're taking action or whatever. Because this equates to this thing that we need discernment about. We are becoming adept in some type of technical skill. Queen of Cups, Death card, that could be a Scorpio moon, a Leo rising. We do have the Leo card here. I was talking about an Aries rising, the Emperor is present. Somebody definitely has their Mars in Aries with the Two of Swords and, excuse me, the Two of Wands and the Emperor card. That would mean Mars in Aries, and it would probably be in the first house for the Aries rising. We have a pair of twos, which talks about an alliance of some kind. We have a pair of sixes, which talks about gifts, favor, grants, support. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at first glance. So let's take a deeper look here. So the death card is a transition of some kind. It's a termination point. And it's saying that something that we're nurturing, something that we're creating right now is about to have a major transition. So it could be anything from a career change to having a baby to buying a new home to ending or starting a new relationship to getting like a role, a position. Even if it's within the same career, it could be a new office, it could be a new job, it could be a new company that we're working for. This has been slowly coming along. So it could have been a distant past dream that's becoming present. Whatever it is something that we need to kind of work on, percolate, matriculate, meaning it needs to come through levels, come through layers, and it might have to do multiple rounds of something. So we work on a little, small little chunks, and then each of the small little chunks adds up to a big thing. Because this thing that we're nurturing, creating, what we're going to get is the ability to work within something that we are adept at, something that we have acumen. Eight of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords is defined as a person, a point of leverage. And we do have the Two of Swords, so there's a triple two here. Okay. So there are multiple moving parts, or there could be multiple parties here. I'm not getting multiple parties because we'd have a second three. We have the Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Two of Wands. The Two of Swords is a closed road, or somebody needs to be very discerning. The Two of Wands is options. a choice versus the Two of Swords decision. The Two of Pentacles is navigating, negotiating, remaining present, and participating. From what I understand is if we would have kept going down the road, we would have run into a lot of obstacles and probably bound ourselves to something. So we're a little surly, Queen of Swords, because we had to give something up. That means prickly. We're a little cold. We've been made to cry. Things are a little bit harsh. But we're gaining from it. And this Empress, it's all the same energy and it's us. So our authoritative self, Queen of Swords, our beloved self, Queen of Cups, and our visionary self, Queen of Wands. So I can see this Eight of Pentacles. We will be trying to get to this energy of the Queen of Pentacles here. Where that's what this Knight of Pentacles is talking about. We need to hold our ground in some kind of way. Five of Swords, Seven of Wands. And essentially, we had to cut some things off, literally block it out. Rescind, revoke, rebuke, reject, repel. With the Two of Pentacles reverse, even. But that's great. That's fine. It's just that we're receiving glory. Six of Wands, we're receiving grace. Six of Swords. However, and if you can hear the mic, I am so sorry. My hair's a mess and I'm just getting it on my face. But you see, the Page of Pentacles is always destined to be the more than the Queen of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is like they have tribute, which means the universe is always planned on preparing them for some type of material blessing, and it seems like we're finally on that track. So the Queen of Wands with the Strength card could mean Taurus rising, Leo moon. Queen of Swords with the Strength card means a Scorpio rising. We have the Scorpio card here. We have the Leo card here. We're gaining serenity through working on some type of skill here. Serenity, Strength card with the Empress. Through working on some type of skill here. Eight of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. We're becoming adept at something. We're martializing our acumen. Five of Swords, Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, Five of Swords means needing boundaries and standards, needing to block something, or needing to work out of self-interest. Queen of Swords, Three of Swords, that's needing to block something out. Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups, that's needing fulfillment. Queen of Wands, Six of Wands, that's needing glory, needing celebration, needing triumph, needing a high position and elite status. Queen of Swords, Two of Swords, that's needing discernment. Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, that's needing to hold your ground. Queen of Swords, Six of Swords, that's needing clearance, passage, access. I want to know what this Six of Wands and Seven of Wands is because the Strength card is out. I also am curious about that Two of Pentacles with the Devil. Okay, we got it. So the Seven of Wands is what's talking right now. We're making some kind of move. We figured something out. We stumbled into a discovery of something that we could do, and we're getting it off the way, off the ground, so that it's out of the way. Because we're going to be in a position later on, stanza. We're going to have access to something that's pretty monumental. It's something that needs to be preserved and protected. And apparently, there's a bunch of looming delays or disappointments if we don't get this thing off the ground, if we don't handle up on this thing, because certain things were contrivial or things were contrivial or not serious or yeah. And actually, what we want to do is we want to be a part of something because we were kind of told that we don't quite pass the muster, or we saw that we didn't have to be told. Six of Wands, because this means that there's some kind of Mars and or Jupiter in the fifth house or in the sign of Leo, which means that we want to come out to play. We want to get in the game and compete some kind of way, some how, shape, form, or another. Yeah, we feel like we've missed out on something. Derrante means delirious, but it also means a missed opportunity. Yeah, because there's a resentment that we're carrying, but we're working through it. We're using it to mature so that we could be some type of official sacerdote. That's the person with uniforms that can make moves in certain arenas that other people can't access. Yeah, and so that's what this. So we're working on some type of qualification, accreditation, um, mustering up, leveling up to qualify to gain access to. And it does happen. We have a pair of sixes here. Gifts, grants, favors, choice, anointing, blessings, support. Now, there could have been some procrastination or something like that. We need to work through that might be at our precipice as well. So, if an opportunity came along, move through the opportunity, even if on the outside, I mean, from the outside or on the onset, it looks like we can't take advantage of it. Connect all the way through with the people involved and say, hey, I'm not quite certain I can make it through the qualification, or maybe I don't completely qualified. Can we talk this out? Is there something I could do? How can I make this happen? And I want to say this. I don't know why I'm called to say this. I do, but I'm just going to say this. Somebody with something going on is not going to make fun of somebody else that's just starting. And the ones that do, they're on a forfeit throne. They're on the way out of the game. Put it this way, a person who's a bodybuilder is not going to laugh at a person who's slightly overweight going to the gym for the first time. A person who's a multimillionaire real estate mogul is not going to laugh at the person who's buying their first investment property. A person with 120 acting credits is not going to laugh at the person with one or two. You hear what I'm saying? And those who are out there who have a whole loaf of bread and they're scared about the person with the one little slice, it's because something about their crown, something about their throne is counterfeit. So if we go to someone, if we go to a place, if we try to get into a group or whatever, and they laugh at us because we're not enough, okay, if we're acting at a hubris, if we lack earnesty and integrity, that's a different story. They might need to gatekeep at that point. However, if we have our heart in our hand and we go towards a place with earnest, and there's negative feedback for the sense of being mean, that let it go. That's not the place or the space. Yeah, sometimes we'll get a recursive negative feedback loop, and that does happen. Okay, that does happen. It's just that we shouldn't be stopped from asking what's going on and if we qualify or if there's a little couple few things we could do to qualify. That's what I'm saying. So I wanted to check that Two of Pentacles with the Devil, Diavolo. Yeah, so there is definitely hope. We were in a situation right now where we don't look very attractive. We're stuck on the out, or we're stuck being a problem. However, we get to come back with that receipt, with that paper in hand. It doesn't always mean a credential, but it looks like that. We have the Empress and the Five of Swords. Let's clarify that. So that means boundaries and standards is also getting rid of false. So there's something we got to put to bed. We're finally doing something that should have happened a while ago, or we're catching up to a trend or a calling or drive, desire, passion, motivation that's been alive in us for some time. We need to put something to bed, get something off the list that's been there for quite some time. Some abstract version of what I just said. It doesn't have to be all of that, but some part of that. We have the Sun and the Eight of Pentacles here. We could be dealing with a Virgo midheaven or Virgo sun sign. Sun in the sixth house means that we're enlightened by technical skill. We could be working on some type of acumen. I keep saying acumen. It seems to be pretty true. Now, this is the Queen of Diamonds, also known as the Queen of Pentacles. We need to attend to something, work something out, nurture something. Okay, we have Amatrice and Maritate. So this is a double queen here. So we're crowning, we're blossoming. We might be gestating some kind of something in our nurturing creative space, our nurturing and creative space that we're going to birth to the world. Could be an idea, a business, some type of new offering for whatever that we do. It could be an actual child. Because the Empress and the Sun alone means pregnancy. With this page of Pentacles, that means that we're pregnant. It doesn't have to be with child, though. The Ace of Pentacles would come when we were about ready to give birth. It's something mental. I don't feel like it's a physical birth. It's something mental. And we love it, and we found it out because we thought a lot about it. You see how they're both looking at each other? We thought a lot about it. We gave it some thought. Okay? I have charcoal on my fingernails. It's making me weird. Did I say that? We thought lot about it. I need to make sure that's clear. So I want to know what this Queen of Swords with this Two of Swords, Three of Swords is. Okay, so we felt left out. It's crushing us that we have to do something or that we went through an experience and we're trying to attend to it, trying to fix it because we don't want to be left out. Now, that's usually a good motivation, but the fear of missing out is not the best thing. But if it's one little isolated thing and it's helping us catch up, if it's motivating us to get something done that improves our life, that's better. It's a sudden shift and change that'll look like it, but it's well planned out. Usually because there's inside knowledge. Yeah, and we do have to move in secret because we're going to be able to provide some kind of service or give some type of product. And it's something that, again, I want to say this has been on our list for a while. I know it's been on our list for a while. We need to put this to bed. Belvedere, the foresight, Vidova, the widower, needing to bury something and leave it behind. So the Magician, Six of Swords, I want to check on that. So these are all corresponding energies. The Six of Swords is Moon in Aquarius, and then we have the Magician, which is Mercury. I said Moon in Aquarius. No, the Magician is Mercury, and the Six of Swords is Mercury in Aquarius. So yeah, we want to be invited into something. We want to get into something that we once were on the outside of. The reunion means to be let back in, to have like a meeting. And what this means is that we want to be part of something. We need some type of credential or access or like clearance card. It doesn't necessarily need to be a degree or a piece of paper. But we need to be admitted in. It's something that's gate kept. Okay, so we have a double six here. Let's check on that. Yeah, Three of Wands is clear. Okay, what is going on? This is annoying me. And we want to be let in something. Community, really. So the Three of Wands is clearance, passage. And then the King of Cups means that we're the right thing for their and it has to deal from some kind of technical mastery. And again, we need clearance for it. The two clearance cards in the deck are Six of Swords and the Three of Wands. Yeah, so we're working on being prepared to be the thing that we need to be to get to where we need to go. Excuse me, darling. Are you really going to play with my tarot card, babe? If something falls and I try to pick it up, she'll go after it. And she's slightly exotic. She's Bengal, but she's also a part bobcat, so she will get rowdy. Okay, and she's gonna go eat her little food now. So, Nine of Pentacles is self-worth and value. It's also being left to one's own devices or having something saved up, because there's a pair of sevens here. And we're pulling on this it's the twos. It's the triple twos. So there's a few things that we lost out on, and we've been fantasizing about this for a while, but those weren't pipe dreams with the Queen of Cups here. We knew that we had to level up in some kind of way. These queens are really this one person, but I want to know what the triple queen is talking about. It's work or energy. Yeah, as of right now, we're on the outside, but in the near future, we will be admitted, and it's a bane. It's a blemish. It's a mark on our record. It broke our heart. Did we get it all? We read that down. I'm so proud of us. Okay, so we got this Emperor and Empress. We got to check love right quickly. We'll be using the Pop of Love Oracle by Vibe About It Tarot. She's over at Etsy. I would check her out. Okay. Oh, okay. Things be popping off over here. Y'all calm down if you would. Okay, so Pop of Love Oracle by Vibe About It Tarot. So the Emperor and Empress. Okay, so we have self-love here. There's a narrative. Okay, so we have to surrender, bite the bullet, do something. I don't think we're gonna let go, because we do need to let go of something, but we're not gonna let go of the thing that we're going after. Self-love. I've been working on my self-worth and value and recognizing the issues that have been holding me back. I'm trusting to heal myself by loving myself first. Okay, another, so that's the narrative. Because it says here, learning to forgive oneself and others, healing from inner child, healing that inner child with shadow work, recognizing triggers that affected us from moving forward. See, we have mirroring nature, so projection. We did have the seven. I was feeling the Seven of Cups this whole time with the Empress and the Death card, but it came out in the clarifiers. If you're feeling under duress or feeling solemn, I feel it too. When you are thinking of me, I am thinking of you. Our connection is deep, profound, and sometimes difficult to understand. So yeah, we're having random thoughts, intense feelings brought to us by our twin or wherever we want to be right now, which could be our higher self. People are always like, soulmate, 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 soulmate. Soulmate is God, but God can anchor into the physical, the member of the soul group. That's what a twin flame is. A twin flame is a spiritual union that gets consecrated upon the earth. Notice patterns, images, or numbers. Yeah, so our mind is impressing upon the field and everything is getting reflected back to us. And we have to surrender in some way here. Not resisting, but going with the flow. May feel mentally and physically relaxed, but letting go of judgment and being mindful of the present. We're also letting go of burdens, which is the key to healing. acknowledging our feelings. Whatever we're working on right now is going to be the thing that makes us able to be in union or partnership. Okay. It's been an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege of doing so. Again, may we all be happy, may we all be whole, may we all be at peace, may we all receive everything we ever wanted, starting with what we deserve. I wish you health, wellness, and happiness. Take good care. Until we read again, until we meet again, Namaste Dandava and Ashe. Sayonara, Das Vedani Aveda Zane. This is a message about the crowning of our security. We're moving into some type of position so that we can have some type of revelation or announcement. Yeah. So take good care of yourself, okay? See you in the next one. Bye-bye.